All right, let's try this again. What do you say? Had to go and get the list. So good afternoon, everybody. How are you doing? My name is Chris Parker, and welcome to Mr. Parker's Art here in my backyard. Today is Tuesday, May the 12th. We have today, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. If you can just say hey, and you're viewing, that would be awesome. Hope everybody's doing well. Not too many more of these, so it's been kind of crazy. Did you know it's a tornado watch in San Antonio? It was. Keep coming on and keep coming off. That's all right. I wanted to start off by saying permanent collection. So the permanent collection, we had quite a few votes. I think we had something close to 300 people vote, and it was opened up to everybody online. My 7th grade class, Facebook, Twitter, and Facebook groups, teacher, art, parents, and students. We have, I'm going to call my top 15. I did have a top 10, but you know, I have a top 15. So the top 15, the announcement is tomorrow, but the top 15 is going to be, we have Orange Trees. Cannon Winkle Hockey. Good job, man. We have Red Fox, done by Schuler. We have Claire, the Arctic Seascape with Ted Harrison. Good job, Claire. We have Caroline Rickles, the Artist at Work. We have Pranav with the Waterfall. That was a good job on that one, Pranav. He also had Jump, which was a piece from jumping from one cliff to the other. We have a guinea pig. We have Color Cat. We have the Pour Painting by Alessandra Villafranca. Traveling McCheese. Gabriel clocked in with the Blue Dog. In fact, I didn't have too many people that actually commented, but there were several people that said that the Blue Dog spoke to them. So Gabriel, good job. William with a bear. Good job, William. We have The Late Arrival. And then Enzo with Life in the City. So we have I think that's a pretty good representation. Kindergarten, we had a couple of kindergartners. Phoebes, what's up? A couple of kindergartners. 1st grade. Third and 4th. We did have 2nd. So we have everybody, all grades represented. K through 4 in lower school. The top 15. Oh, and then, I'm sorry, we had Pia with the koi fish as well. Top 15. Tomorrow, there will be the announcement for the permanent collection, but everybody should be very, very proud of themselves for participating. You know, sometimes what happens is they have you can't win if you don't try. There was this one kid that's currently in 7th grade. His name was Andre, and when he was in 3rd grade, I convinced him to submit his stuff into the permanent collection, and he didn't like it. It was an abstract piece that was he didn't think it was good art. because it didn't look realistic. But it actually did get chosen, so it was very cool. So today what I was going to do is I was going to have you guys draw me. As crazy as that sounds. You get to see, a lot of you guys have seen my ugly mug for the last few years. Yeah, once a week, and I just thought it would be a good idea for you guys to draw me. If you could do that, that would be fantastic, and then take a photograph of your work, and you can email that to me at Seesaw, or cparker@Keystone School, or parkeriscreative@gmail.com. Or just upload it to Artsonia. So anyway, those are the top 15 artists. I want to thank everybody for participating in the deal. We had quite a few people that participated. That it's just the way it is. It's just personal preference. A lot of people are doing stuff. So there you go. You get to draw me, Phoebes. I think you're the only one that's actually watching live. So what are you up to today besides this, Phoebes? Anything exciting? What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw myself, and I know that I have been drawing myself recently, but it's like looking in a mirror. So let's see here. I'll put my iPad down so you guys can see. What did that happen? So, we got thunder. Let's see here. Give me 1 second, okay, Phoebes? Give me 1 second. I lost my feed, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just I'm going to take a photograph. All right, you ready? Oh, hello, Percivals. How are you guys doing? I'm going to be drawing a picture of myself today. You know what I'm going to do? I have you guys. I'm going to do this. I'm going to change it up. Today is about me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'll draw myself, and I'll stand, kind of sit in front of my iPad, and then maybe I'm going to do a thing called a blind contour. Now, a blind contour is where you actually look at the image, and you don't look at your paper. We've done this in the past, and people have really freaked out because it doesn't look exactly like it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw, carrying up my line. We'll see how that goes. I'm drawing right now. I'm not looking at my paper. Phoebe is just giving me hugs and kisses on the thing. I love that a lot. And now she's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Now, what about Lila? Is any of those from Lila? No, she's angry. Have you guys let her out of the basement since this pandemic? No? That poor girl. Caroline, I saw you and Everett on your mom's Facebook wrestling. Color me disappointed that you didn't pin your brother. Phoebes, what are you doing, girl? You're acting all sorts of crazy. Now again, a blind contour, as you see here, is where you don't really even look at the paper. And it's a nice abstract. I'm wearing this nice rodeo plaid shirt, short sleeve shirt. And hey, you know what? I was thinking about maybe doing some summer classes. What do you guys think of that? Would you be interested in doing some summer classes? Nam, hello. Nam here. Good stuff. Nam. So what we're doing today is we're doing what is called a blind contour. So what I'd like you to do is I want you to just look at the screen. The Percivals would be interested in summer classes. Not every day. I mean, it's summer. But maybe, I don't know, maybe on the weekends or something, every other weekend. All right, I have just looked down at my paper. Here is my blind contour. What do you guys think? Now, the great thing about the blind contour is it's abstract. It's meant to be kind of crazy. It's not supposed to be realistic. So I was going to tell you, Phoebe was in here earlier, and there is I have just released a top 15 for the permanent collection. And also, if you participated in any, if you've participated in it, you are part of a movie that I have made that I'm forwarding on to Mr. I'm forwarding on to Keystone. I don't know if they'll play it or not, but I'll put it on my deal. It's called The Last Dance. And that's pretty cool. I will be releasing that on my Facebook on Thursday, or maybe Friday. It turned out pretty cool. Guess who is on there, Caroline? Guess who is in the movie? Guess what made the movie? A dinosaur that's green. Does that make you happy? Of course he would make it. T-Rex, that's right. The T-Rex. So I released a top 15. We have Pranav. We have... You had a Zoom? Is that why you're late? Do you guys have Zoom? Does anybody have Zoom? Do all of you have Zoom? Would you be interested in doing a Zoom on Friday? So the rest of the week, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to, so tomorrow is, the artist is Samantha French / David Hockney, which is a swimming piece. And then, oh, you forgot the top 15. Here, let me get the top 15. Oh, here it is. So the top 15. We're doing what is called a blind contour of me. So let me give you the instructions one more time. Blind contour. You get a piece of paper and you set up your iPad like right here, and then you draw me without looking at your paper. Now, there are these things that are called horse blinders. I'm telling you right now, Nan. They're called horse blinders. And what I want you to do is not look at your paper. I want you to draw what you think it is. Now, it's kind of like, this is the best way I can describe it. Can you type? How many people can type without looking? I can type without looking. I used to be much better than what I am currently, but you have to memorize your hands, or memorize where your hands go, and then what you do is you draw. So you draw, and it's going to look funny, but you just keep that pen, marker, whatever, on the paper. So this is what mine looks like right here. And then you go back and color. And so what I was saying, all right, so the top 15. We have a top 15. We're having the releasing of it tonight, or today. And then the announcement is tomorrow. So we have Orange Trees by Cannon Winklehockey, #1. Red Fox, Schuler. We've got Claire, Arctic Seascape. We have Artist at Work, Caroline Rickles. We have Pernav, Waterfall. Oh, you know what? I had Jump on there, but I'm actually, it was Emma Vu, Wildflowers is on there. Guinea Pig. I forget who did that one. There's a Color Cat. I forget who did that one too. There's a Pour painting by Alessandra Villafranca. McCheese, Traveling McCheese. Gabriel Blue Dog. Mark. Who did? Mark. We have William Crydell with a bear. We have Late Arrival, which I also think is McCheese. Life in the City, I believe that was done by Enzo. And then we've got Koi Fish by Pia. So congratulations on your top 15. But anyway, so now so you're gonna do this painting, and I don't have any red on my shirt, but I've got yellow and I've got these brownish colors, but I'm adding red to it. I'm going to do a little bit of orange. All right, so what I decided is that the winner this week, or actually next week will be receiving a visit from me with the big canvas, 36 by 36. And then what I'm going to do is those top 15 will be receiving some sort of visit or some sort of treat, consolation prize. There is no permanent collection per se this year, but we're going to just call this the lower school art contest. And anybody that participated will actually be a part of a movie that I made. Caroline Percival is very excited about that. Caroline, tell your brother that I was looking for some artwork of his to put in the movie, and I don't know. I was wanting everybody to have some piece of artwork, but it just didn't work out. It's like 8 minutes. Oh, hey. Very excited about the movie. Being in the movie with the T-Rex. What is the movie about? It's just basically a slideshow of different paintings that my kids have done. Just a little snapshot. Zavi's Gorgon, whatever from Stranger Things is in there. We have Antonelli in there, second grade. We have Paloma Blanca in there as well. I wish I could have put everybody in there. What are you guys up to? Are you behaving yourself? Causing trouble? Now, I don't know if you guys know this. There's this kid that is in second grade. His name's Jake the Snake. And Jake, he's normally on here and he gives little facts. And he hasn't been on this week or so, but Jake the Snake is, I've now changed his name to Jake the Eagle, because he has been filming himself doing long jumps. And he can jump like 11 feet. It's like he's like running, and then he just jumps. And it's awesome. So I was saying, Gabriel, hello. Or John. How are you doing? Gabriel, what you had missed, you missed the top 15 of the permanent collection. I announced that earlier. Your blue dog made the top 15. Good job, sir. Congratulations. What we're doing is we're doing a thing called a blind contour. Now, a blind contour, just to repeat, is kind of like typing. So if you think of typing, and if you can type, there's some people that start out and they type like this, and they look at the keys, and it takes forever, and then you're like you're kicking yourself, like, why did I not just write? But if you practice typing, yeah, Mom, there you go. If you practice typing without looking, you develop this muscle memory, and your fingers remember where they are going. The blind contour is essentially the drawing equivalent of that, where you look straight ahead. Like if you drive, you don't look at your feet as they push down on the accelerator. You don't look at your hands as you turn. You look straight ahead, right? So in drawing, the drawing equivalent is called a blind contour. So I did this of me, and I looked at my face, and now what I'm doing is I'm painting that. Now I don't have any red in my shirt, nor do I have any purple in my hat. And it kind of looks, I almost look very devilish. I'm devilishly handsome today. But you paint it, and it all kind of comes together. Now I did these a few years ago with my third grade, and I had kids that cried because they didn't really like it. And second grade, we do a Cubist Picasso unit, and they once they get past looking, past the whole, it shouldn't look exactly like it does, like a photograph, and everything's cool. So there is a Jean-Michel Basquiat that he does a lot of scribbled. He was an angry man that was filled with this rawness. And he would draw these people and draw me. Blind contour. Because you know what? I feel there's a lot of blind faith. You have to just kind of listen when you're doing art for the first time, doing a project. You actually just have to trust the teacher that you're gonna get to the very end. And sometimes there's tears, and sometimes it doesn't turn out the way you envision it in your head. But you just keep trying. It works. So I like the whole blind contour analogy when it comes to my teaching. Sometimes you just got to jump. You got to leap before you look. You got to draw. You just got to give up the whole looking at it deal and just trust. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take a photograph of it and send it to me. For those of you that were a little bit late to the party, what I was thinking about doing is, since there's no summer camps, and truthfully I'm not going to be coming back, so I was thinking about doing some broadcasts on my web page. If you want to tune in, you can. If you can't tune in live, I'll put it on my webpage. We'll see how that goes. See what the viewership is. So a very cool thing happened to me yesterday. So I had a parent call me, and he told me that the art position at Churchill High School here in San Antonio was open. He thought that, his daughter went there and was very interested in me going over there, which I thought was just like, he thought of me. I don't know if you guys know Seva Joshi. It's her dad. And truthfully, it really meant the world to me because I hadn't talked to him in a while, and he was always a good guy. I always said that his daughter loved my class, and son loved my class. And anyway, I don't think it's going to happen, but I just really, he had people looking out for you. And I said this yesterday, we have friends. Sometimes people underestimate the power of friendship and the power of relationships. Through this entire deal, I feel like I definitely have underestimated the power of connections and friendships and such. I love you guys and all that, but last week was really awesome. So. All right. Here's my deal right here. What do you think? Not too shabby, huh? How'd I do? Although I gave myself a goatee, I gotta give myself a beard. The thing about drawing blind contours, you draw and then you can color them, but when you color, you can look at it. So. What do you guys think? How are you doing? So we got Normal on. She clued in, and she chimed in, and then she didn't even say, "Hey, what's up, Normal? Come on." You got to say, "Hey, lady." You know, when you log in, you got to say, "Hey," because I can't really even see who's even on here. So, Normal's mom, Michelle Giddens, who's been a really great friend of mine. She just texted me a photograph of this. I'm going to actually show it. Let's see here. There you go. It's a great beard. I've got a very large head. I do. I have a very large head, so I'm not taking offense to that. That's one of the things about like the blind contour. A lot of people seem to get they get their feelings hurt because it makes them look strange. Well, sometimes I am strange. Sometimes I am strange looking, and sometimes you guys are. I mean, how many people have ever just woken up on the right side of the bed and looked at themselves in the mirror and go, "Ooh." Sometimes you just gotta laugh. But Michelle and Normal, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's fantastic. So how's everybody's drawing coming along? Caroline Percival, how is yours drawing? How is your drawing coming along? Nobody really sent their picture of their mom. Did you guys do your mom drawings last week? Did you draw something for your mom? I saw some really interesting breakfasts. Yours is coming along fine. All right, good. You're quite the wordsmith, Caroline. Yours just, you can spin a yarn. How about that? Awesome. Oh, you made her something. Well, what'd you make her? I'm trying to have a conversation. My wife gets so mad at me because I'll ask her a question like, "Hey, how was your day?" "Fine." "Oh, mine was fine too. Thank you very much for asking." You know, it's kind of one of those deals. But all right, so Caroline, you made her a rose. Oh, you sewed her a rose. Oh, excellent. Are you a sewer now? Ah, fantastic. So I painted this with watercolors. Here, kinda. It's kind of fantastic. You're kind of a sewer. I like the watercolors because you can get different tones. The art of conversation is lost. You're right, Ted. You're right. You just snuck in there, Ted. It is indeed. The art of conversation is lost. Although I could, you know, I could talk to a wall. That's a funny expression. But Ted, Ted has chimed in. He's another art teacher. He lives in Nashville. I mean, he lives in Tennessee, not Nashville, but he's a friend of mine. His friend. That's right, Pia. Yes. That's the great thing about this stuff. When you're sitting at home, you see that one of your friends is going live, and then boom. Oh, you are in Nashville. You are in Nashville. I thought you were just outside of Nashville. Ted's a good guy. He's a good art teacher and a good guy. Ah. Well, I'll be heading up there in August and in October. Got to move my daughter into Vanderbilt, and then Parents Weekend in October. So, oh, well, there you go. There's the confusion. If you can think of different places to eat up there, Ted, that'd be great. Tacos. I wonder who did the tacos. I think that's probably Pia. That was Caroline. She's the daughter of Shauna. She sewed a rose for her mom. It's very that's fantastic. I am not a sewer. That falls within the art genre, if you will, textiles and such. Never really got into the cloth thing. So, Caroline, I'm excited that you get to explore that. And maybe with your Miss Utopia, maybe with a new art teacher, maybe they will have sewing. I don't know. How old is Caroline? I don't know. She acts like she's about 60. No. How old are you? 10, Caroline? There you go. Fantastic. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? You know what I did not do, and I could probably extend this lesson a little bit more, is I could do a solid background. So I'm outside. We had some tornado warnings earlier today. There was a little bit of thunder, lightning. But who's working outside? That's right, I am. Because I like the sound of the birds. But I'm going to just give myself a blue background here. So anyway, this again is called a blind contour. Blind contour, you can actually practice drawing things. A lot of times what people do is they draw their shoes or a still life. A bowl of fruit is a blind contour. Something that that's fairly simple. Not a lot of patterns like I did. That was kind of silly with this plaid shirt, but what are you gonna do? And then you got, oh, look at this. Ted is just he's taking over my show. No, it's great. Ted, if you're Caroline, if you are interested, check out that link. It's really good. Ted's a great art teacher. I'm just playing. There are some really good. If you are interested in that, I have quite a bit of. I think it goes on until 5. I'll be like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. There's no place like home. There's no place like San Antonio. There's no place like San Antonio. See, Ted, this is me. This is what the kids are used to. This sort of sense of humor here. There's a lot of sarcasm. There's a lot of humor. A lot of joking around. But so tomorrow, again, so we got permanent collection. Well, I keep saying that. It's a lower school art contest. You made that top 15, 16. You will be receiving a visit from me I don't know exactly when, but a visit for me. And if you could send me your address, that'd be great. I will. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what they're going to do. You're drawing your hand. Oh, cool. Don't look at your hand. Oh, you can see my rowing machine. I've been rowing. I got a rowing machine back there, and yoga mats. When you get old, your back breaks down. So I'm trying to build up my back. What do you think? This is you like the sky? I think the red of the lips might be a little bit too much. It's like I've just had some cherry Kool-Aid. I think my eyes and my blind contour might be a little large because I got the squinty eyes. I was born with the squinty eyes. It helps in the sun. Anyway, if you made it, I saw Miss Holden and Miss Holiday do drive-bys. Now, Pranav doesn't live too far from me. The Percivals, they don't live too far from me. Gabriel doesn't live too far from me. So, I'll come up with something. Oh, you're doing it in ink? Nice. So for those of you that don't know, Ted and I have this friend. Her name is Cassie Stevens. She's an art teacher. And she was on this show called Nailed It. I think that was last season or 2 seasons ago. She's an art teacher. She dresses up. She actually makes her own clothing in the style of different artists. She's really super cool. I think she was just named one of the top online art teachers. I was not. I don't understand why, but what are you going to do? You're drawing it. Oh, cool. Caroline, is Everett working on this too? Nam, how's yours coming along? Gabriel, how about you? Project it's Anya, right? Yeah, I was robbed. All right, so yeah, I've added a few more pieces here. I was supposed to get on the NBC Today show. He's doing something. He's doing something. You don't know what it is. He just says, hey. So anyway, this is called Blind Contour. I love this lesson, so because it's fun. You guys make sure to take a picture of it, and then take a photo of it. Picture and photo, same thing. And then send it to me via Seesaw, Art Sonia, email cparker@keystoneschool.org, or parkeriscreative@gmail, or you can just send it via Facebook. It's fine too. Permanent collection thing will be announced tomorrow. One more time, we've got Cannon Winkle Hockey with Orange Trees, Red Fox, Claire from Florent, Arctic Seascape, Caroline Rickles, Artist at Work, Pranav Waterfall, Pia Koifish, Schuler, Guinea Pig. I believe he did the guinea pig. Whoever did the guinea pig. You got the Color Cat. We got the Pour Painting by Miss Villafranca. You got 2 McCheeses. You got McCheese Traveling and then Late Arrival Lady. You got Big Gabriel doing the Blue Dog. He's the only one that received comments of "It speaks to me," which I thought was pretty cool. My wife actually did vote for Blue Dog. William in kindergarten had his brown bear, and Enzo Life in the City, and then Emma Boo with her Wildflowers. So, guys, we're going to, it's going to be a big day tomorrow, so we'll see. If you, I'm not sure exactly what's going to work, but those people that did not come in first place with the most votes will be receiving some sort of what is it? Some sort of prize. Participation prize. How's that sound? We'll go from there. All right. Seems like we've lost a few people. Phoebes is gone. She was giving me a whole bunch of hearts and hugs. You know, I was thinking about it. I was typing today and rehashing old stories, and I hope that you have one of those. When you look back at your time with me, it's like, oh, that guy was crazy, but he was fun. Yeah, it's good stuff. So I could say the same thing about you guys. You guys are all crazy, but you're fun. So I hope everybody's doing well. I've got to go and get my pool key from the HOA office up in North San Antonio. So it's going to be a little bit of a while before I post this online. But you guys that are here, Facebook Live, you don't have to wait for this. But take a photo, send it to me. Okay, you guys got it? Yeah. All right. With that. Tomorrow, Samantha French, David Hockney, and Thursday will be. I'll miss you too, Pia. Thursday will be. I want to do some spray painting. That'll be fun. And then some masking techniques. And then Friday, I don't know, we'll just have a party. Okay. If you guys have Zoom, let me know, and then maybe we'll have a Zoom party too. Okay. Adios, guys.